This is really, I gotta say, it is probably the biggest trend that's come through the summer, and it's just gonna keep on going. We even did an entire segment on the show on how to style the off-the-shoulder trend. There it is. And this particular segment, they focused on how to do it for different age groups because it really is appropriate for all ages because it's showing such a sort of a feminine, simple area, and so you don't need to be dressed really skimpy at all to still be feeling really sexy. So it's
it is a sexy kind of look, right?
This.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really nice. And yeah, you're right.
It is sexy.
It is one of those areas that I think men love, and it's so subtle that it's nice to
Speaking for all men around the world.
Yes.
Right. I think it's just enough. You know what I mean? The décolletage, no matter how old or young, no matter how skinny or how curvy you are, this area is always beautiful.
And it's not trashy, right? It's
Yes.
classy.
Exactly. And I think that's why everyone is embracing it. We have a lot of sort of the it girls of fashion wearing it, and that's when you really start seeing it everywhere. I think we have a photo here of Olivia Palermo. She's one of my favorite fashion icons. She just looks so beautiful and classic and chic. And this is a beautiful version of it. And I'm going to show two versions today. One is the sort of ruffle top, which is the dress that I made and the blouse. And then we're going to show a different version, which is super, super easy if maybe you're not quite as technically savvy on the sewing machine.
Do you wear a lot of off-the-shoulder stuff?
Well, yes, I do actually. I love this. This is what we wear on Dancing with
That's
the
what
Stars.
I was going to say.
A lot.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at this, and this looks like a great pregnancy
I
dress
was just going to
too.
say, and one thing to consider if you are pregnant and thinking of doing this, you're going to probably want to put some really very light, not intense belt here because you could look like a house.
Yes.
Is that called an empire waist?
Yes.
Is that what that's called?
Oh my gosh.
See,
you have
I know.
officially lost your name.
I got this.
That was
He's
impressive.
just like Mark. All he needs is some glitter on his face
That was
now.
impressive. Yeah. So you want to create a little bit of shape. So for you, as your
Yes.
bump starts going, you'll probably want to put just a dainty little belt just to create a little definition between the top and the waist.
So you got started earlier today. Let's take a look.
I did. This is kind of long because it's a longer project, but you're going to take your fabric and fold it in half, and then you're going to fold it in half again and measure half of the distance of your front. So for me, that was 9 inches because whenever you go on the fold, you're going to open it and it's going to turn into 18, right? So I folded it in half. Then I decided on my length. I wanted it about 17 inches long. So I'm just with pins marking what I want and then just cutting along those lines. So now I've cut all the way along my lines, and you can see there part of my side was still rolled. So I opened it, that way I have my side seams open. Now I'm marking 1.5 inches in, and this is gonna be my armhole. So that just creates a simple little armhole, and that's our basic, the underneath of our top. Next I'm gonna create our ruffle. And for me, about 27 inches folded in half was right. So you fold your fabric in half, mark 27 inches, cut, and you end up with double that width to go all the way around your body.
Okay.
So there's my ruffle. Now I'm going to sew that little part closed. And so now I'm laying my fabric face to face. The areas that I'm pointing, you are going to want to clean finish all of these edges. After we come out of the pre-tape, I'll explain why I didn't do it.
Okay.
But you're going to want to clean finish all your edges. We sewed our side seams together, and now I'm creating the ruffle. So you measure around, you kind of want to move your arms there and make sure that it's comfortable but not too tight because that elastic needs to fit all the way around but still give you some comfort.
Yeah.
You're going to pin the ruffle into the shirt. So you're going to pin the front of your shirt. See, like that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's moving fast. It's a little hard to explain, but
it's in there.
I'm going to explain. When we get out, I'll explain a little bit more. You're going to press down because right now we're creating the casing for our elastic.
Yeah.
So you need this size casing to fit your size elastic. So my elastic was 1 inch. I needed a 1 inch casing.
Yeah.
I create that casing all the way around, but you leave a tiny gap right where my fingers are.
Yeah.
And now you take your elastic with the safety pin and feed it through.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to feed it all the way through.
God, you were fast.
Yeah, right? That's my superpower. That should have been in the game. Now I stitch that close back and forth so it doesn't pull and close what's left because you left that little gap open.
Right.
So once the elastic is in, then you close it. Okay.
This is what you're wearing.
You got that?
That
was so easy.
That was exhausting.
Okay.
Do you need a glass of water?
Woo! I lost my voice from Mark's wedding,
Yeah, you did
so
not
I
stop.
already said. Okay, so let me just explain something. This is a project that is definitely intermediate level, at the least sewing.
Okay.
Now, if you're someone who sews and you're comfortable with intermediate level, you're going to know how to clean finish all of your edges. We didn't have the time. That would have been 10 more steps that we didn't already see.
Google it.
So that's
We're
why
going to explain it on our Pinterest page and everything.
So you'll know how to do that. You'll know how to do that. But But yeah, that was the reason why I just wanted to say it. But yes, basically, this is our top that we created, and you just want to attach the ruffle to the top and create a casing for your elastic.
Okay.
That's it. If you wanted to make a dress out of it, the 17 inches that I marked would just continue all the way down to your length.
Okay.
So that's the only difference. Otherwise, this is the same.
Same exact thing.
Now, for a very, very super simple version of this,
Yeah.
I wore a top the other day that I put here up on my Instagram. That
Oh,
top.
that's
I love that
gorgeous.
top.
Look at that.
It's really great. If we're going to zoom in just a little bit there, you're going to see it's just an off the shoulder. I want to show you how easy this is to make. I think we have a photo of Kendall Jenner wearing it as well. It's just a really popular top. Now, there it is. Now, all this is 3 tiny little tube tops. So here is one. There's a simple seam down the back. This is just dependent on your measurements. So we've got this single tube top. This is our body. Now you've got 2 little tubes for your arms. Again, 1 seam in the back. These depend on your measurements. You take that seam and you just do a tiny stitch right there.
That's it.
Well,
And this
simple
is it.
for me.
See, this is something anyone could
Exactly.
do. So see that?
I mean, I don't know what you think, Peta, but that seemed pretty easy.